3.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajalakshmi, social studies teacher. You completed your 5th class and enter into 6th class. This is new academic year. Still now you are having mother teachers and she is taking 4 subjects. Nowadays, now in the 6th class, the each and every subject one teacher will come. So you treat every teacher as a mother teacher, and the teacher, whatever the teacher tells, that you have to follow, and the responsibility of you are going on increasing. Why? Because till now your mother teacher is giving more and more guidelines to you. Each and every minute she is going on observing you. But now you are in 6th class, that is you are coming to high school. High school is different from the primary school, and now you are not having that much of observance. That's why you want the self-discipline and self-control. You till now you are learning what is good and what is wrong. You know very well, and also what things should be done in the school, what things should not be done in the school also you know, and you cannot be a child. How you are behaving in the house cannot behave in the school, because you are the citizen of or a student or member of some school. Your responsibility is more and more, and you must always respect the elders and the brothers of you. You treat the 7th class, 8th class, 9th class, 10th class brothers as your elder brothers, and give much respect to them and follow the words of them also, help them, and also you treat the primary children, that is 5th class, 4th class, 2nd class, 1st class, and LKG, UKG students as your younger ones, and help them also, giving a good habits. Tell them the good habits, how to behave. And they are also, these are elder brothers, they are younger brothers and sisters. So take care of them, and self-control is very important. Why? Because sometimes someone will tease you. Then you no need of act. You must tell to your class teacher or leader. They will come and give the solution for it. So like that you have to take more responsibility and more duties and more respect. All these things you have to do it. So I am Rajalakshmi, social studies teacher, and in this school, in this subject, this is the last subject, you know, 6 subjects are there: Telugu, Hindi, English, Maths, Science, Social. Social is the last subject, but very important in the society to live. So why the importance of in this subject, in the social studies? All the things which related to society are there. Without knowing these, you cannot live. If you learn anything, it will be useful to you. But social studies, as a citizen of India, all must come to know. So now you see what is going on in the state, or what is going on in the country, or what is going on in the world. So all these things you come to know. That's why we take this much of precautions. So for example, COVID. COVID means corona virus disease. Okay. So these are all very important things. What is going on in the society? What are our responsibilities? What are our rights? All these must come to know, and these will be taught in the social studies. So that's why I am telling you again, you are welcome to 6th class, that is high school, and this is very important for you to know your responsibility, to know your duty. Okay, first one you have to implement the self-discipline and self-control. You must control yourself only. No one will come and tell you all the time, don't talk, don't sit, because your syllabus is very much, so much syllabus will be there, each and every topic, and you have to write your own. That is called CCE pattern. CCE pattern means you have, whatever you are learning now 6th class must be implemented throughout your life, till the 10th class. Till the 10th class as examinations, and till throughout the life as a citizen of India. So this is very important. CC means continue comprehensive evaluation. So continuously whatever you are reading, that will be helpful for you throughout the life, and for the examinations till the 10th class or for the any competitive exams. So that's why you should be very careful. And regarding the social studies, we are going to learn many things in the social studies. And in a geography, at the first lesson of the social studies, reading and making, reading and making maps, reading and making maps, reading and making maps. What is reading, teacher? What the map? Map. What is a map? How we are reading? If you give some passage, we are going to read. If you tell something newspaper, we can read. What teacher? Map reading and map making. So here you see, you observe. This is the, you all know very well. This is a globe. Okay? This is a globe. Globe is the model of the earth. Globe is the model of the earth. I am writing here. Globe is the model of the earth. Globe is the model of the earth. You can see this object. What is this? Duster. What is the shape of it? It is a rectangle. If you take this, what you call, you take another one. This is a book. Okay? This is also a rectangle. If you take this box, this is a square. So, what is a square? All the four sides are equal. If you take this duster, two sides are equal. Both the opposite sides are equal. So, it is a rectangle. But you observe this, it is a globe. What is the shape? Round like a ball. You don't say circle, it is a round like a ball, not exactly round. Okay, it is called, the shape of this globe is called sphere. Sphere, the shape of the earth is sphere. So, sphere. The shape of the globe is sphere. Again I am writing here, the shape of the globe is sphere. So, globe is the model of the earth and the shape of the earth is sphere. You see, the globe, then you can, the earth is sphere. Understand? Globe is the model of the earth. So, what is the shape of the globe? Sphere. It is a model of the earth. The shape of the globe is sphere. So, automatically, the shape of the earth is sphere. So, the spherical shape of the earth. Can you observe? See, you can see many colors are there. Mainly, most of the part is covered with blue and remaining pink and yellow and other some brown color, like that. Number of colors are there. These are all the other colors except blue color are the land parts. And remaining the blue part is oceans. So, 70% of the, exactly 71% of the earth is, of the globe is covered with blue color, which is called as ocean or water part. And the other colors are land parts, which are very less. If you observe the globe, most of the parts are on the top side and remaining very less part is on the bottom side. So anyhow, we can say, here we can find out two things. We can observe on the globe oceans and the land parts only. Okay, the globe is covered with oceans and water. More part is water, less part is land. That is exactly 29%. And 71% is water, that is blue color. By seeing this self only, we can say blue color is more. What is the blue color? Water. Understand? So like that, this No. But if you want to see other things, you cannot know. So if you see half part only, you can able to see. Full part cannot be seen. Understand? If you want to see other part, you have to turn like this. And if you turn, the other half part only can see, but remaining part cannot be seen. So that's why globe is not useful as map. Okay, map is more useful than that of the globe. What is a map? Again, we are getting the question. So without the questions, we cannot learn anything. Without the questions, we cannot learn anything. What is that? Why? What? Okay, I told you that it is a globe. What is a globe? Globe is the model of the earth. Why the globe model will feel? We understand the shape of the earth. So, why, what? These are the two questions are very important. If you get the answers, you get the subject. Okay, let's see. So, globe is the model of the earth and the shape of the globe is sphere and the earth is sphere. Okay, is it clear to you all? Then, in the globe, we can see land and water part. Water part is in blue color, the remaining color is land part. Here, if you observe the globe, half part only can able to see, remaining half part cannot be seen. So that's why maps are very important. Maps are very important. So what? Sorry, we lost this. So maps. What is a map? The first question is, what is a map? Map is nothing but a. Map is a nothing but a representation of the earth. Representation of the earth. Map is a representation of the earth or part of it. Okay, on a flat surface. Okay, what is a map? Map is a representation of the earth or part of it on a flat surface. First here number of words came. Representation, tell us, shows. So representation means maps shows us earth. Okay, map shows us earth or part of it. What is part of it? For example, you take number of maps you see. That is world map and India map or Andhra Pradesh map. Like that, if you observe, the world map shows the continents and the countries and the states and the districts. So whatever may be. So part means country or continent or district. And flat surface means like a paper. Okay, like a paper or flat surface means it may be like a board also. So map is a representation of the earth or a part of it on a flat surface. So then if you see the globe, make it as a flat surface, we can see all the parts at a time. Okay, half of cannot, full you can see. So if you observe the globe, half part can be seen. But on a map, you can see full part of the earth. First thing is, but we cannot know all the things on the, we cannot know, we don't know by seeing it. But maps are having all the types of maps. For example, political maps and then physical maps and then population maps. All these maps tell us different things. Weather maps. Okay. So for example, if you take the political maps tell us the divisions of countries, divisions of continents, divisions of states. All these things come to know through political maps. That all the things, how many countries are there, how many, which country is located in which place, and how many continents are there, which continent is located in which place. All these things we come to know, that is called as political map. If you come to know the other thing, physical maps, what are the plains, where are the plains, and where are the plateaus or mountains. All these things we come to know. Like that only, how many oceans are there, what are they, how much place is covered, and also rivers and tanks. All these things will come to know through the physical map. And population maps tell us about the population of a particular country or a particular place. And then come to the weather maps. So the weather maps tell us how the climate is. Climate and weather are same, but little difference is there. We are going to learn in the higher classes. So the weather, whether it is sunny, whether it is sunny means hot, okay, and then how it is cool, and is it rainy or desert is there, what are the parts are there, we can see through the maps. And these are all the things we can know from the maps but not from the globe. That's why maps are very important or different from the globe. Okay. Then if you come to that, what is a map? Today we are learning. Map is a representation of the earth or part of the earth. We can write it means here the earth. On a flat surface. Tomorrow I am going to bring the different maps, that is world map and India map and Andhra Pradesh map also tomorrow I bring and show you. So tomorrow I am going to bring what the maps? World map, India map and the Andhra Pradesh. Ours is a state, we are living in Andhra Pradesh state. That's why I am going to bring the Andhra Pradesh map also. In that how many districts are there and where they are located. All these things I am going to explain you very detailedly. Today I am going to tell about it. So in these maps we can read the maps and we can make the maps. So here in this lesson we are going to learn. First we learn what is a map. Map is a representation of the earth or a part of the earth or a flat surface. In this lesson we are going to learn about different kinds of maps and directions and symbols, scale. All these things we are going to learn in this lesson. So we learn about what is a map, what is the shape of a globe and the earth, what is the shape of the earth and what is a map we learn. Now we are going to learn about the kinds of maps. The kinds of maps also otherwise called as types of maps. Okay, maps are of different types. Okay, maps are of different types. Depending upon our requirement, we can make the maps, we can read the maps. So depend what type of information we want, that type of map is available. Whether you wanted to know physical features, that is what type of landforms are there. In that I can say first one is physical maps. Physical maps. In the physical maps we can see the different types of landforms and whatever the things are there on the earth surface. So in the physical maps we are going to know where the mountains are there. The map. So we can observe in the physical maps where the mountains are there. What are mountains? Next one is plateau regions. Plateaus and also plains and water bodies. What are the water bodies? Oceans or seas. Oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, tanks, rivers, forests, crops, all these things, etc. Not only these, still more are there. All these things we can learn from the maps. So, physical maps by observing the physical maps or by reading the physical maps. If you read the physical maps, you can understand different kinds of mountains and the plateau regions and the plain regions and the oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, tanks, rivers, forests, crops. All these things we can learn. We can learn from the physical maps. What we are? So there are different kinds of maps. Among them, first one is physical maps. In the physical maps, we can read, we can come to know the mountains, plateaus, plains, oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, tanks, rivers, forests, crops, etc. Still more are there. Then the other one is political maps. Other one is it is second one. First one is physical maps, second one is political maps. In the political maps, we can see the divisions of the earth or the land parts. For example, you take continents. First one is continents. We come to different continents and the different countries, and then we come to know the different states and then districts, capitals, and then villages, all these things. So, if you read the political maps, what the political maps tell us? Political maps tell us different continents, different countries, different states, different villages, and also capitals. So, these are all things we learn from the political maps. Political maps are nothing but the divisions of countries, states, and continents. Okay. Then if you come to the next one, again I am telling you, first we are having different kinds of maps. Among them, first one is physical maps. Physical maps tell us different things about the mountains, plateaus, plains, and then oceans, seas, ponds, lakes, all these things, rivers, all these things we learn. Then from the political maps, nothing but the parts of landforms like continents, countries, states, districts, capitals, and villages. You know very well the continents. There are 7 continents. So there are Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, North America, South America, Antarctica. All these things are called as a political map. If you take the Asia, number of countries are there. You can see India, China, okay, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, like that countries. If you take India, number of states are there. Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Bihar, Orissa, Chhattisgarh, and like that 28 states are there, 7 union territories. These are all things can be seen in the political maps. Okay? These are also called as administrative maps. The other name for political maps are administrative maps. Okay? The political maps also called as administrative maps. So like that, many things we learn from the maps. Next one is third one I am going to say. Those are population maps. Population. This is third one. What we are going to learn from the population maps? How many people are there in a place, in a area per square kilometer. That is, this population map shows the density of population. Density is nothing but the people living in a kilometer of area, per kilometer of area. Means people live in a kilometer of area is called as population, which tells us in this map. So then what is the use? How many people are living in any area? So for example, you take Andhra Pradesh, how much population is there? Why the population? See, if you take the Arunachal Pradesh, or you take a Rajasthan, or you take other place like Meghalaya. Like that, if you take the number of states, then you can see how much population is there. Whether there is more population or less population. Why the population is more in that area? Why the less population is there? Some area. So today, I am going to give some homework and that you have to work out. So, first one is, what is a map? This you are going to, what is a map? Okay, this is the question I am giving. Answer also I am giving. You read well. Answer. Map is a representation of the earth or a part of the earth on a flat surface. Listen me carefully. First question is, homework is, what is a map? Map is a representation of the earth or a part of the earth on a flat surface. Next question I am going to give, how many kinds of maps are there? Second question is, how many kinds of maps are there? Okay, there are many kinds of maps. For example, okay, answer I am going to give. There are many kinds of maps or types of maps. Maps. Example, physical maps, second one, political maps, third one, population map, fourth one, weather maps, etc. So many kinds of maps are there depending upon the requirement or the information. Thank you. Have a nice day. Tomorrow I am going to continue the lesson. Bye children.